Welcome to the Kelly Clarkson Show. Give it up for my man. Welcome with a hug. That was What's Up Lonely off my debut studio album, Thankful, back in 2003. Wow, it's like a fine wine. It's aging fine, it's aging fine. All right, let's get to our first guest, though. He has brought us some great things over the years. Real Housewives, shot skis, drunk Anderson Cooper on New Year's Eve, my personal favorite. You can see him, it's funny, his laugh. It like sounds like a schoolgirl. It's my favorite thing ever. You can see him host, watch.
Interviewing people on their way in. And funnily enough, I have this at the first time I got into the Oscar party, that was
really wrong, or you probably can't say that, like who it was. You don't ever go wrong when you're trying to interview someone coming in and they're just such a tool. You don't have to say the name.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to say the name, but you had that moment.
Well,
for a lesbian, I'd be into her.
There you
She's
go.
cool.
There you go.
Funny, hot,
Yes.
like she's got a lot of things going on.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You
I
still
love the
love
energy
it.
of it. I know everybody hates the cold. I love it.
I was gonna ask how you're doing with the cold. It's the dead of winter. You do?
No, I bundle up, I put music on, I walk home.
You do, you're still...
Walk more than anything.
You do?
Yeah, than like Subway or Uber, anything.
It's also quicker.
Okay, here's the thing about the Subway.
Okay.
Interesting question.
Okay.
I love the Subway.
Yes.
It's the fastest way, right?
Yes,
so
it is.
anytime I'm with Trisha, my manager, or Allie, my nanny, we take the Subway.
Yes.
I know I'm gonna end up in the Bronx. I know I'm gonna.
Oh, really?
I know.
Okay.
Everyone has even told me don't do this alone.
Right. Okay.
I have no sense of direction. I'm like, wait, how many stops was it, or how many have I been on? Like,
I feel that you could take.
oh no, we've taken it tons, but I'm always. I have a buddy system.
Okay.
Look, I've done it once, and it was only one stop extra when I was by myself, and I was like, I'm never doing this again. I lose track, and then I start to panic. Count, or did I say three more? I've done 3 so far. How many? Yeah, it's like a whole. No, I haven't had a place there for a while. Yeah, I do still have a place in LA, and it wasn't near the fires. Actually, we were safe for that. I know because I had people staying there, and I was like, oh no.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, no, I do have a place there, and in Montana. Yeah. That's a place to go to get away.
My place to go is I have a place out at the beach on.
To the Hamptons once, and it was during the TRL days, because that's how old I am.
Okay.
And
you went to like
quickly
a beach house,
realized
MTV
it was
beach
not
house.
my vibe.
Well, okay, can I just say...
I felt like Pretty Woman, like I was like, which one of these is not like the other? And I stood out.
I don't feel comfortable with you basing your... Okay?
That's true. It was just like the whole vibe. I was like, huh. I did see a Hamptons moment one time in this show, and I was like, oh, I could get into the Cottage by the Sea number.
There you go.
Read
That's what I'm saying.
Like, yeah.
Okay. No, okay. Just checking.
No.
Just trying to check her experience.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
And I'm going to be honest with you, I'll tell you that later. But anyway, I have dodged some bullets that I didn't even know I was dodging. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I thank God that, like, I am an extrovert, but I'm quite the introvert outside of work.
Okay.
Especially, like, no, even before kids, I like my alone time.
Yeah.
And so especially like if I'm doing like a big event and they're like, oh, we're doing this party afterwards, I'm like, oh my God, I'm already having to do this.
Right. This is
the talk the whole night again. I was like, that doesn't sound fun. So that hosting the party thing that you did is actual hell to me.
Right.
So I was like, I would be so bad at that.
Right.
But speaking of meeting famous people, because that photo was so cool, there's this photo. Who's this?
And I have to say, my wax persona is cuter than me, unfortunately, but now I don't.
I know, but I'm just saying there, if you're asking me about, do you work closely with them? I've had a few people on that have had their likenesses in, and it's a lot of work.
You have to sit there. I mean, work, I don't know. It's yeah, it's weird. It's odd.
I heard they took your clothes, too. Did they do that, too?
They did.
Yeah.
And then they did a setup of Anderson and I in the...
I was like, this is the greatest television.
Oh, on New Year's Eve.
Oh, my God.
Let me tell you something. Anderson was...
No, but he gets to this part where he laughs, and it's like a little schoolgirl.
Yeah.
And he's so happy.
Yes, me too.
Oh, brings me so much joy. So thank you for giving your clothes for us.
Yes.
But here's another...
That's to Madame Tussauds in London. Okay, Kelly.
Are we going to talk about the locks of love?
That's when I was...
Are we going to talk about the locks of love?
Okay, well, that's when I was straight. So,
oh, my God.
So what
I
can
have
I tell
definitely
you?
run into that straight guy at a bar.
I'm
at
sure
a country
you have.
bar in Texas.
And I'm
That
sure
is-
it was you.
That's so
Absolutely.
great. Do you miss that hair?
I don't miss the hair, and
All right, we need to take a quick break. Chloe in the audience is going to help us out.
we need to know.
All right, we are back with Andy Cohen. What's happening on Watch What Happens Live?
What's happening on?
That's kind of the fun of
That
it.
is the fun of it.
Yeah, that's why your show never gets old, because
I
it's always
know.
new.
It is
Yeah.
crazy.
And like what people will say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a gift. So what have you changed at the show to keep it fresh, though? Anything?
Yeah.
Anything in your show you feel like you were like, well, we started it and now we have to...
I don't always drink.
Yeah.
I really don't always drink.
No, yeah,
I'm
you
in the middle of a
can't. Yeah.
big winter.
Dry spell?
Yes.
Okay. Honoring the Grateful Dead, which I hear
Yes.
you're a huge fan of.
Big Dead.
I know Grateful Dead music. I'm not as hardcore as Nick, one of our head writers, who
Yeah.
wrote you 7 questions about the Grateful Dead.
Okay.
Oh,
At
we
the
need
beginning of the-
ideas.
Yeah.
We always need ideas.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
do
just like Ripple or Ramble on Rose.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been really cool for me. You know, at Fare Thee Well, that was about 11 years. But how cool.
Everyone is stoned there at a
Yes,
Grateful Dead
yes.
show, and they're like,
And
"This is
we
the
were
most
so-
beautiful rainbow."
Yeah, Dead and Company. And so after following the Dead in college.
Bring it with you.
Yes,
The
I
drum-
do. It's there.
The stirring of
It's
the pot.
there.
I love it. I love
Yes,
it. Well, before
yes.
the Dead, what was like a song when you were young? Because you love music and it
I love
impacts you.
music.
What was
I
a
love
song that
music.
kind of hit you when you were
Well,
a kid?
I have
Yeah.
another strong suggestion for
Yeah,
you. Well,
okay.
first of all, you should do Half Breed, which I
Yeah.
think will be great.
Yeah.
But what about like the night the lights went out in Georgia? Have
Love.
you done that?
Have I done
That's
that? Eva has
exactly-
a version that I
yes,
grew up on.
exactly.
Yeah, that's a
Yes.
good one. Write that down.
Anyway.
I love her catalog.
yeah,
I want to get her here. I kept telling Reba, I was like, you need to come for Songs and Stories. We did the whole thing because she's got such an amazing catalog.
Yes.
Yeah. Giving me like I give Blake, because Blake's like, I watch your show all the time. And I'm like, no. We randomly sometimes have an artist that I love. We've had like Alanis, Face, like a lot of people. But I've always wanted to do Reba because her catalog is
Yes.
so keeping 5,000 things.
Yes,
So,
she is.
Yeah, she's busy.
Yes.
Yeah, all the
but
time.
I love a story song.
Yeah. No,
you know?
I love. They don't do those anymore.
They don't.
Or even like the intro or instrumental. Like they don't have any
No.
of that. Like they had in
No.
like the 70s and 80s. No.
Oh, it is
You
the
must love
most.
it.
I do, but it is the most depressing song you have.
Yeah. What's wrong with us?
I don't know. I don't know.
So wait, I heard you're also a big Doors fan, right?
Doors.
The Doors, really.
And you know, again, straight. My hair was straight there. And
You're giving me, you know what you're giving, my hair is straight there. You're giving me, did you ever know the show Angel? You're giving me like you're a cast
David
member of
Boreanaz.
that. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I am.
Sarah Michelle
Yeah.
Gellar, that whole crew.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
that's
should
what
be-
I love how
Yeah.
cool you are, though. I'm on Jim Morrison's grave with my cigarette.
I know.
love
I mean,
it.
by
love
the
it.
way, you know, show some respect to Jim Morrison.
Another break. You can see, watch what happens. Andy and I are going to play a game next. You're welcome.
Oh yeah.
We'll be right back. All right, y'all, welcome back. We've got Andy Cohen. Hey, Andy is a big Grateful Dead fan, also known as a Deadhead, because rhyming is fun. But how well do we both know the names of other fan groups? I don't have a lot of faith in me, maybe him, but let's. Well, it's a. Am I sharking you right now? Yeah, of paramount importance. So it's time to find out with a game of Deadhead or Dead Wrong. We have a jingle for
That was good.
everything.
I love it. I love it.
Hey, Lord, can you host?
Well, you know I can, Kelly. And how you doing, Andy?
Back.
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it was. In this game, I'm going to give you a clue in rhyme form that includes the nickname of a fan group.
Okay.
All you've got to do is name the artist or team that the group support. A button at any
Trying to get
time.
into it.
Here we go. Here's your first clue.
Okay.
Being a little monster's not a crazy saga.
Lady Gaga.
It is Lady Gaga. Unbelievable.
Maybe I am going to be good
Yeah,
at this.
I know.
Maybe.
Okay, Andy, big fat 0 on that board. Let's
All
see what we
right.
can do. For breakfast, the Claymates enjoyed eggs and bacon.
God, I
Kelly,
almost threw some Clay Aiken.
it's Clay Aiken.
Okay.
The Claymates. Mafia's coming, run for the hills. They love some Josh Allen and...
Oh no! I didn't understand. I didn't know sports were an
He
option.
just said.
But I didn't
we're
know.
gonna-
I thought maybe it was a hint to musical thing or something. I love the Bill.
Clue.
Okay.
This one's so easy, it's almost a gift, especially for Swifties who love...
Taylor
Swift.
Oh, you did it?
Oh, you both said at the same time.
Taylor Swift. So quick. So quick.
Yes.
Okay, here's your next one. This one,
Okay.
Kelly, this one is about sports.
Okay.
Wow.
These cheeseheads convene on Sunday. Kelly,
Packers.
the Green Bay Packers.
Just because I'm so good.
I know. You're fast on the
kidding.
buzzer.
No.
I don't want to say these buzzers are.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's the.
Oh, Ariana Grande.
You got it. You got it.
I
It
mean,
was too
he
quick.
gave you the answer.
Wait.
He gave you the answer.
Okay.
You know, it's too close to call somehow. So whoever gets this one right will win
Yeah.
because I created everything.
Okay.
So kiss my ass. Okay, here's the last one. Here we go.
Okay.
They're wasted away